is? What it do, everybody? It's your boy Omar Crazy, aka Rizzy Shmeezy in the cut, man. And today we've got 20 most terrifying moments in NBA history. All right, man. Some scary shit has gone down. All right, NBA history. I'm not sure what it is. Hey, neither do you. Let's find out together, all right, man? Hey, roll to 3K subs.
These are the
help your boy get there.
most terrifying
Oh,
moments
what the
in
fuck?
NBA history.
Shark Boy Love Girl.
Slowly and calmly
Whoa, what is this?
He's struggling with his balance.
Uh-oh.
He is shaking up big time.
And first, Bismack Biyombo
right.
left fans horrified.
Biyombo?
And Biyombo just sort of collapses.
Oh, whoa,
and
whoa,
hits the
whoa, whoa.
floor in immediate concern.
That was terrifying.
Yo, those be some of the most scariest things. This happened to that football player where, like, he was standing and all of a sudden he just collapsed, man.
Collapses and hits the
Dude,
floor.
Like, it's not, yo, lock the fuck in. I don't know why the fuck you're laughing, all right? Lock the fuck in. All right, y'all are fucked up.
An
That man has
immediate
kids.
concern.
That was
That's
terrifying.
scary.
And so was Corey Brewer's nightmare at
Wait, they didn't even say what happened.
number 19.
What
'cause
happened
an
to him?
easy dunk had everyone thinking they were about to witness a funeral.
Ow!
Oh, my goodness.
Whoa.
Oh, That was a hard fall right there.
Left my
Oh,
man terrified.
is
just
he
like
okay?
the fans at number 18. Because during the middle of NBA Summer League, the entire stadium rumbled.
And we can feel tremors here in the building. The score clock.
Whoa,
Ever
whoa!
so slightly.
No, that's
People are heading to the
scary.
exits as we speak.
But number 7,
Yeah, I'd be terrified too. Fuck. But y'all got me fucked up, bro. If I look up and I see that shit, lean like it's like a fat bitch, like about to jump on you, bro. You gotta evacuate. You gotta get out of there, bro. You can't stay there. All right. I know. All right. Some of y'all love that shit. All right. Some of y'all some of y'all want all of it. All right. You little fat little freaky fucks. But no, get out of there, bro.
18 was even scarier.
You're asking for a death
Marquise
sentence.
Daniels went face first into a blackout.
On both ends of the floor. Foul on Arenas.
Damn.
Went into Arenas.
How'd he get
Snapped
knocked
his
out
neck
like
a little
that?
bit.
But that's not the only terrifying moment. Because for number 16, Rodney Stuckey was looking all fine until he was on the brink of death.
Oh,
And
wow.
right there, obviously.
Yo, Pierce, help this man out. Why is it just one guy helping him out, bro?
Work on him right now.
How are people
Luckily,
just
everything was
collapsing?
fine. But at number 15, New Orleans Noel took the terror
Oh,
to
I
the
seen
next
this
level.
actually.
See, a
I seen this
routine block
before.
had him carried out on a
Yeah, look at that.
stretcher.
Ah, damn.
Wiggins. And you see that as the head got cocked back. takes
On
the form,
the
and then he hit his
hard
head.
floor,
Hey,
man.
that was hard to see.
Prayers
but
up
look,
to him, man.
sometimes it's not even players who are in trouble. Because at number 14, Dennis Rodman went off at a cameraman.
What'd he do? Oh, Dennis, what?
Really upset.
You can't do that. Nah, Rodman, bro, I just lost respect for you. I mean, how can you respect someone that looks like that? Like, let's be honest, all right? Dude, you should not be, bro. He didn't do it on purpose. Now, if he stuck his leg out, I understand. Right?
He sprained his ankle.
But things got even more terrifying in
Damn.
the NBA. Just as Rocky the Mountain Lion at number 13.
Is he awake?
Oh my gosh.
Luckily, dude just passed out. But number 12 took a
Whoa.
live mishap to the limit. Because the Hawks announcer was on live TV.
Oh, I
when he
seen
lost
this.
consciousness.
every night, and he feels like he's belonged.
Oh
So
my, that's
I
so
look for this
scary,
kid to have
bro.
a really good.
But if that wasn't terrifying,
Yeah, what's up
enough,
with the
for number
edit?
11,
That's
Gordon
fucked up.
Hayward went through hell. Look, it was Hayward's first game with the Celtics, and as he went
I don't
want
wanna
to
see
down
this.
in the worst
I don't wanna
way
see-
possible.
Oh my!
Oh, whoa!
Hayward
Come
came down
on
so
now.
hard.
Hey, y'all can go watch the full video. I know what
The
happened.
punishment the player at
What
number
the
10
fuck?
took. I'm talking about a moment that went down as one of the most remembered horrors in NBA history.
What happened
See,
here?
In 1977,
Damn.
a fight broke out between the Rockets and Lakers.
77?
Now, Rudy Tomjanovich ran out to break up the fight, but Kermit Washington was already on edge. And when he saw another body running after him, he swung hard.
Big!
Now, his punch did
Woo!
damage beyond belief, because Rudy barely made it to the hospital in time to stay alive. I mean, dude
What do you
fractured his
mean?
skull, broke his jaw and nose, and
From that one punch, bro, he didn't even like cock it back. It looked like he just stuck his fist out, bro. Hey, them NBA players, man, they be having them
caused
Strong
fluid
ass
to leak into
hands.
his brain. And his emergency room surgery ended his all-star trajectory right there. But things got even scarier at number 9.
And he wasn't
Lou
even
Williams
trying
had
to fight,
think
bro.
fast before he was shot. See, Lou was just
Lou
chilling in
Williams.
his car when someone knocked on his window with a surprise.
He U-turned. I looked down at my phone at the light, and I just heard click, click, click. Somebody knock on my window. I'm like,
Uh-oh.
look up. Bro got the gun on me. I don't know why, but I rolled the window down. That's just
What
where
the
my mind
fuck?
took me. I rolled the window down. He like, get out the car. And I said, huh? And when I said, huh, he looked at me. He said, Lou Will? Can't even do it to you, bro.
And if Lou wanted the gun out his way,
Whoa.
he needed to tell this guy something fast. So his defense became McDonald's.
He said, man, I just got out of jail. Only thing I got is a bus ticket, bro. I'm out here starving. I was just thinking
Wow,
on my feet.
man.
I said, look, bro, it's a McDonald's right there. You meet me at the McDonald's. I'll buy you whatever you want to eat. He said, all right, cool. So my first
That's
thought was,
wild,
do I let
bro.
him get in my car? I was like, hell no. So I started driving first.
Yeah.
And I watched him running across the street to the McDonald's. So while he running to the
He
McDonald's,
ran
I
to
called my man,
McDonald's.
like, yo,
Pull back up.
pull back up. I'm like, pull up to the McDonald's. Pull up to the McDonald's. They made the story like I sat down and ate with him. Nah, hell no. The motherfucker ordered food. I swiped my card.
Yeah.
I shook his hand. I said, God bless,
Damn,
bro.
bro.
This ain't the way.
Yeah.
And by that time, my man was walking in McDonald's. I got the
Yeah.
That's wild. Lou Williams really, because he's Lou Williams, got saved.
Think that's terrifying? The player at number 8 is still lucky to be here. See, Jay Williams was supposed to be the
Jay
next
Williams?
big thing in the NBA. The guy was a college phenom in 2002, but
Who
then
is this?
tragedy struck. Not on the
Ooh,
court,
I don't
but
wanna
on the
see something
streets.
scary,
'Cause
bro.
Jay violated his team contract to ride his Yamaha R6 model motorcycle.
Okay.
And after revving his engine to impress his friend, he went on a straight crash course.
And I just got a new muffler on my
damn.
bike. And as I was pulling away, I revved my engine because I, for some reason, wanted to show off to Kevin. Being on a billboard on I-90 apparently wasn't big enough for my ego. On
That's
the third rev, in the middle of
crazy.
the rev, I heard the bike go click, click. The bike popped up on me. It slipped into gears. And
What do you
I should have
mean?
let go of the bike at that given moment, but it was all about control for me. I just bought this new bike. I wanted to control. And the next thing you know, I was headed towards a utility pole going 65, 70 miles per hour. And I tried to turn the bike at the last second, but I wasn't able to get out of my own way. And the pole clipped the whole left side of my body. And next thing I know, I'm laying on the grassy knoll area between the sidewalk and the curb. My chest is laying on it as if I'm laying on my stomach. The curb is pushed up against my navel. And my legs are laying on the street as if I'm laying on my side. And every time I kept...
What do you mean? Like his leg, he got like decapitated? Well, his legs got decapitated? Is that how you say
my
it?
leg, I kept looking at my hands ready to see blood, and I didn't see anything. And it was at that moment something in my soul just told me I threw it all away, and I started screaming that out. I threw it all away.
The impact left him with severe injuries, a shattered pelvis, 3 torn ligaments in his knee, and nerve damage to his leg. Doctors weren't just...
Damn, so he was worried about his career more than his health, man. That's how you know. Damn, man, that
questioning
sucks.
if he played basketball again. They weren't sure he walked.
My right foot, I think about pulling up when I walk, but my left foot, I think about pulling inward. So essentially, when I walk, it's like this. So, I mean, to retrain yourself
That
how to
sucks,
walk like
man.
that, and then let alone try to
And they
run,
said he
where
was,
it
bro,
becomes
this man was
second
on
nature.
billboards, bro. He was gonna be
From
the
a
next
future
big
all-star
thing.
to a man who would have to rebuild his life. But for number
Ah,
7,
man.
17,000
Yeah, at least he's alive,
fans
man.
almost witnessed
me?
death. See, in 2009, a magician by the name of Lady Houdini put herself through a torture chamber that had everyone on the edge of their seats. Now, Kristen Johnson stayed cool in her handcuffs until she started panicking.
Oh, whoa! No, stop. Ah, that's so scary, bro. Is she out? Oh my God, she's. Why is no one helping her?
But Nate Robinson was even more
Damn.
helpless at number 6. See, Nate had a career that
What happened to
could only
Nate
be
Robinson?
described as full of heart.
Besides
He was a
getting knocked out
5'9",
knocked out by
three-time
Jake
slam
Paul, you
dunk
feel me?
champion, and had an energy that never quit.
What
And
happened to
behind
him?
all that jump out the building dunking, Nate was quietly battling something much scarier. And Nate avoided these issues while being bounced around the league and making huge plays. But his health issues couldn't be avoided any longer.
2006, my doctor, Lisa Callahan, found my blood pressure to be pretty high. And they ran tests and did a whole bunch of stuff and seen that my kidneys were failing. And I always was healthy when I was a kid. I always was healthy growing up. You know, I never was sick.
You know, honestly, bro, that's so real, man. It's so scary because this can happen to literally anyone. Like, no matter how healthy you are, man, like, shit just happens, bro, and it's terrifying,
Good
right?
health and there were
Hey,
times
so be
where
grateful for
I
everything
got
you have
sick
before
and
it's gone.
I was just throwing up and I
Be
couldn't
grateful you
control
could fucking
what was
breathe,
going
right?
on, and they had to put me in the
A
hospital.
lot of
for a
people
couple
take stuff
days,
like that for granted.
and come out feeling greater than I've ever felt before. So I just kept dealing with the routine over the years.
Now, after Nate stopped playing, his kidneys got worse by the day. And without a transplant, his time is slipping away. But look, for number 5, Gustavo Cephalosha and Chris Copeland found
I'm assuming he got a
themselves caught in one of the
transplant.
most disastrous nights the
What happened
NBA
here?
has ever seen. See, Copeland got into an argument with a troublemaker that spiraled out of control. Both Copeland and his fiance were viciously stabbed, leaving their blood leaking into the pavement.
That's Copeland from the Indiana Pacers, man. I knew
What?
he was familiar. I'm like, damn, bro.
Now, Copeland and his fiance were rushed to the hospital. And while this was going on, Dabo was facing his most terrifying enemy yet. Because after the club was shut down, one wrong move, and Cephalosha suffered the worst injury of his career.
What is he doing, bro? These fucking cops have way too much power.
The scuffle left
send
him
that
with
man
a
to
broken
jail.
leg and nerve damage that needed surgery immediately.
One of the officers came from behind and kicked me in the leg.
Why?
He had ligament damage.
Bro, he had 5 grown-ass men on him, bro. That officer
Correct.
did
As
not
well.
need to do that.
Yeah, it was a serious injury.
Now, the effects from the injury were long-lasting, and Cephalosha was never the same player, so he was out for revenge.
Ruined
And even
his
though he
NBA
was charged
career,
with
bro.
obstruction, he later fought the charge and won his civil suit for $4 million.
As
And
he
for
should,
Copeland,
bro.
He never got a payout for his tears. See, his struggle to return from injury marked the beginning of the end of his playing days.
No
but
way.
At least they got to keep their lives, because Dražen Petrovic wasn't so lucky. Because we got to talk about how the Mozart of basketball
passed
had
away?
the most tragic ending to a career ever. See, this guy wasn't just any NBA player. He was a guy putting Europe on the map in the league. And by
Okay.
1993, he was lighting
Oh,
it up
look
for
at
the
him
New
playing
Jersey
Michael
Nets,
Jordan.
fresh off averaging 22 points a game. Dude was making
22
defenders
a
look
game,
silly.
that's nice.
Even Michael Jordan.
The steal by
That was definitely the pass, bro. Oh!
double clutch, and he'll
Okay.
bring this one from 13. Wanted the
See,
foul.
my man.
Bro was really like that. But just as he was about to hit his prime, tragedy did not. It crashed
What
into
happened,
his
bro?
Because on a rainy day in June 1993, Dražen was riding shotgun in a car with his girlfriend, cruising
Okay.
through Germany. The roads were slick, and in one terrifying moment, the car slammed into a truck. Dražen, who wasn't wearing a seatbelt, was killed on impact. He was about to change the way the world
Damn,
viewed
what?
European players in the NBA, and suddenly he was gone. But look, we've reached
Hey, man, wear your seatbelts, all right? R.I.P. to Trojan. Is that his name? All right, that's crazy, man.
the top 3. So these moments aren't just terrifying, they're scary. And at number 3, we got the most chilling disappearance the world has ever heard of.
Okay.
See, after helping the Chicago Bulls win a championship in 1997, Bison Dell decided to step away from basketball
Bison
while
Dell?
he was still in his prime. I mean, most guys
In
would
his
kill for his career,
prime?
but Bison, he wanted freedom. So he traded arenas for adventure, and he eventually bought a catamaran, setting sail on the open ocean.
What
but
the
in
fuck?
2002, during one of his voyages in the South Pacific, things took a dark turn.
What happened?
Bison, his girlfriend Serena, the boat's captain, and his brother Miles DeBoard were all aboard on the boat. And then, poof, they vanished. For weeks, no one heard from them. That was
They disappeared? Bro, I've heard stories
until
like this
Bison's
before.
brother suddenly reappeared in the U.S., using Bison's identity to sell his possessions.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Shady doesn't even begin to cover it. And when authorities closed in, Miles fled to Mexico, where he ultimately took his own life, but not before confessing. He admitted there had been a violent fight on the boat, and Bison, Serena, and the captain never made it out alive. To this day, their bodies have never been found. Those family issues hit deep. And at number 2, we have
That is wild, bro. I got chills. So the brother killed the NBA player, the girlfriend, and the captain. Then he tried to, I'm assuming he just dumped their bodies somewhere in the ocean. Then he came back to the U.S., sold all his stuff to probably, try to rack up some money. And then he went to Mexico, maybe just trying to run away, and they just kept chasing him, and then he took his own life, man. Wow, that's crazy, bro. I'd never heard of that one.
have even more
That's a
insane
10 out of
family
10
drama. 'Cause
crazy.
We got to talk about one of the most haunting stories the NBA has ever seen.
Haunting?
See, Lorenzen Wright wasn't just a player, he was a hometown hero, a Memphis
Hometown
legend
hero.
who played 13 seasons in the league, known for his hustle, heart, and love for his community. But in July 2010, Lorenzen vanished without a trace. Days later, that desperation turned into horror because his body was discovered in a wooded area outside of Memphis. The details were brutal. He had been shot multiple times, crimes, execution style. But even more chilling,
Execution?
a 911 call he made the night of his murder, where you could hear the terror.
Georgetown 911, where's your emergency? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Now, for 7 years, his case went cold.
What the fuck, bro? Yo, I got chills for real. That is insane. What? That's scary, man. Like he really wanted help, and I don't know who that is, man, but they unloaded the whole clip, man.
No suspects, no arrests, just an eerie silence surrounding his death. But in 2017, the truth finally begun to unravel.
What happened?
Because police found the murder weapon in a nearby lake, and it led them straight to Lorenz's ex-wife, Shira Wright, and her accomplice, Billy Ray Turner.
Did you have any part in Lorenz's murder?
At first, I'm a wife, then I'm a mother, and then thirdly, I'm an author. The law enforcement should do what's best to find out who's the killer.
Bitch, answer the question. Oh, this bitch pissed me off, bro. She said everything but yes or no, bro. Say no, right? Say no. Even though that's sus, I'd arrest her, right? If I'm the judge, send her big ass over there, right?
And you understand, obviously, why I had to ask that.
I do, but I'm a wife, a mother, and an author.
Bro, lock her up, bro.
What they're good at doing.
Lock her up, man.
I'm just gonna do what I'm good at doing. They need to spend time and focus and find out what happened to him. We all need to know.
It turned out that his former lover had orchestrated the entire thing, hiring Turner to carry out the hit as a part of a twisted plot to cash in on Lorenz's wife's insurance for millions. A betrayal so cold it sent shivers down the spines of everyone who ever cheered him on.
So the wife hired a hitman to kill the NBA player, and she wanted to steal her money, bro. Man, fucking females ain't shit, bro. And look at this family, bro. Look at the family. All right? Everybody looks fine besides one person. Fucking females, man.
But look, we've hit the final moment on our list. This
Kobe.
one still feels unreal. See, Kobe Bryant wasn't just an NBA legend. He was basketball royalty. 5 rings, countless unforgettable moments, and a mentality that inspired millions around the globe. He was the kind of guy you thought was untouchable, immortal even. But on January 26, 2020, the world came to a standstill. Because Kobe, his 13-year-old daughter Gianna, and 7 others boarded a helicopter headed to a basketball tournament.
We all know how this happened,
for the
man.
Mamba.
All right, what
Quick
happened?
flight to save time. Something he'd done countless times before. This time, tragedy struck. In the dense morning fog over Calabasas, California, the helicopter lost control and crashed into a hillside. There were no survivors. For hours, people refused to believe it.
That's
Kobe
so
Bryant gone?
sad,
It didn't feel
man.
real. And when it was confirmed, the heartbreak was immeasurable.
Obviously trying to make sense of...
I remember when this happened because it happened on the same day of the NFL Pro Bowl. This is how I found out. I was at the Pro Bowl, right? And I hear someone behind me say Kobe Bryant died, and like I heard it, but I was with my friends and my dad, and he was like they didn't hear it, but I was like what? And then dude, like literally 2 minutes later, like on the jumbotrons, it says like in memory of Kobe, whatever, and that's when we were like freaking out. Man, we had a moment of silence. Everyone was just, it was
what has happened.
It was crazy, man. We had a moment of silence and everything.
Great battles with your Lakers, Brian.
Hey, let me know how y'all found out, man.
Becky Hammond, Greg Popovich. Just a tough day all around.
The man who gave us an 81-point game, clutch shots, and 20 years of greatness was gone.
Kobe really changed the game.
NBA players honored their superhero by letting the 24-second shot clock reach the heavens.
Like
as they should, man.
Every game this week.
You gotta respect Kobe. If you hate him or love him, you gotta respect him at least. That man loved the game of basketball and did whatever it took to be one of the best, honestly. Not a lot of people nowadays, especially, don't have the love that he had, bro. He was straight basketball, no chains, no fancy clothes and nothing, man.
The basketball world, it rocked everyone, from fans to players to even those who didn't follow sports. The grief was universal. The thought of Kobe and Gianna,
and of course his family too, you know,
so suddenly and so senselessly was too much to bear.
Damn. Hey, that's the end of the video, boys. Make sure you boys like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if y'all enjoyed the video, and let me know if there's any other videos you would like to see, man. It's your boy Omar Crazy. I'll see y'all boys next time.